What's going on? Oh, my health is not going on. And the game appeared to not be as well. But here we are, everybody. Welcome to a brand new post game podcast watch along. I can't call them a fight companion, would be if there's a fight on, obviously, but this is a heavyweight match in college basketball, make no mistake, as I am uh, I would say that I am a Miami fan. Uh, Bystander kind of watching this game with nothing riding on it. I picked UNC to win this game, and I did say that Duke had the tougher schedule to close out the season, but I don't know. UNC just had a different look about them in the pregame. I was able to catch that. I didn't think that I had the game on for a second here to watch anywhere, but what a start, because I turned it on and it's 10-2 Duke up. But I will have the score posted on the bottom here as we go. And if you cannot tell, I am not feeling so hot right now. It has been kind of a rough 2 days, health wise, sniffling every second. And my nose has, well, it has been for sure pulling a Usain Bolt because it has not stopped running and fast onto my shirt. I am, I wish I could say that I'm feeling better day by day, but it's kind of been the opposite. But not complaining, enjoying watching some basketball, and yeah, no better game to sit and watch all the way through. This is the first game all year that I have been able to sit and watch the whole thing. I can't believe that. And guys, next week there's going to be more interviews with friends of mine from different combat sports papers and, well, I should say news organizations. I don't know what I would call it because papers are, but having Luke Thomas on from CBS Sports, definitely looking forward to that because he knows his stuff. He's been around for years. I can't remember, but I think the first time I saw him was at the McGregor Diaz press conference for the second fight. And that was, I mean, the infamous one with the bottles being tossed. I think that was, what, 8 years ago? So I've known about him for a while. I'm really looking forward to having him on. And a bonus fight. It's I don't know what you would call it, a bonus fighter podcast. I have an actual fighter coming on the show who I'm really looking forward to having, and that is one Aaron Chambers. Check him out, Aaron Chambers, MMA online, rising in the pro ranks, just fresh off of a victory recently. Been looking good, and he's going to sit down and talk to me about. I mean, it's really, yes, March Madness. This is definitely college basketball's month normally, but my God, if this has not been a fight week for the ages, because really, or excuse me, a fight month for the ages, because last night, obviously, Ngannou going down the way he did. We're in a commercial break right now, but it is 18-4 UNC. And they're looking good early, inside and out. They're containing Duke with the paint points, not letting them get shots off easily. And UNC is hitting shots that one from the corner, oh, cold as ice. I love it because UNC they're a worthy adversary to my team, Miami, in football and definitely in basketball. But Miami is climbing the ranks. They were not as impressive this year, but they have promise and they have a leader with Larinaga at the helm. However much longer he does it, guy is a certified gangster. I mean, my God, he's been around so long. I remember in middle school when he coached Mason to that Final Four. That was unreal. So much respect for him. And then who would have thought years later, Miami's coach takes down some of the best Hall of Fame career, no question. Excuse me, it's 17-4. I think I said 18 before, but UNC is just they look relaxed. They look fresh, like they're just handling every part of the court right now. And so it's back to Duke drive-in. Did he get there? Yes. That was big points. But if UNC is able to hit a three here, you never say it's over with UNC and Duke, but a three early to go up 20-6. Uh-oh. Oh, can they get it in there? Yes. The putback. UNC up 19-6, and every part of the ball. I mean, they have they've shot the life out of the crowd. They have been shooting the lights out so far in this game. Duke misses again. Long range three, no good. So we've got it's still 19-6, but UNC has the ball again. This could be a devastating score if they get this. Inside, it looks like they're gonna. So does he get a shot or what? It's a foul? But UNC, I don't know. I think they're gonna get shots here. I can't stand Duke. I will just say it. But I love watching these games because they're always just there's so much on the line, even if one team is clearly better than the other. And I don't know if I've ever seen Duke have this slow a start. At least not in the Coach K years. Oh, what happened? I couldn't see what happened. So Duke got the ball back for some reason. Okay, so it was close, but they're up court now. Still 19-6. I'm gonna post that score on here. And we'll do that at the next commercial break. Sitting in a recliner doing this, taking it easy. Uh-oh. Oh, but he drew the foul. Okay, so Duke is about to go to the line. Down by, you're only down by 13, but if it's, oh, wait a minute. Did he turn it over? Oh, he did. I couldn't see. Thought he drew the foul, so no charge. UNC has it, man. And I was saying 20-6 could be devastating. 22-6 on the road here. This is going to be a challenge to. They can't stop him inside 21-6. UNC just looks. Might be calling this one early, folks. I hope. We have, of course, the UFC action will be starting as this one is finishing for any of you UFC fans. O'Malley and Shido. Can't wait to watch that one. I don't have any money on anybody. Nope, never would do such a thing. I really don't. Oh, that would have been huge. Duke misses a three. They get it back to the top of the key. Driving inside. Oh, feeds it back up to the top of the key. Oh, come on. If I had to put money on anyone, which I said I was going to pick my winners for the UFC fights tonight on here. Seriously, I don't know if I'm going to even end up, if this turns into a rout like what happened with Houston and Kansas earlier, 76-46. I'm telling you, Houston is, they've given me no reason to think that they're going to go down in the tournament. But, man, UNC, they are on damn fire so far. But UFC picks, might as well do them all. We have a break here, 21-8. We have a TV timeout. I'm going to have to go. This one's tough because I have changed my pick a couple times, but I am going to go with Sean O'Malley in the rematch, but I'm going to say by a controversial decision because I don't know. I just have a feeling there's going to be something funny that happens with this one too. Like people are going to be saying, "Oh, like the Peter Yan fight that it was not O'Malley's night," but that will not matter because O'Malley's going to get the decision. I don't know. When you get in a rematch as a champ, it's not quite the same as it used to be, where it felt like it was always the champion would get the better of them in the rematch. That didn't happen with, you know, when you had Leon and Kamaru, that was Leon making it 1-1, and then he won afterwards. But, like, look at Joanna and Weili Zhang and how Weili just, you know, some of them, it's like, okay, one of them dominates, but they look at Pena and Amanda Nunes, Juliana wins, and Amanda comes back, gets it done. The next fight, it's not always a given, but I am gonna rock with O'Malley on this one just because I like O'Malley and I think that he is the real deal. So I'm showing confidence in him. But if anybody can beat him, obviously it's Cheeto because he has already. But Cheeto, I don't know. Cheeto's not shown a whole lot of weaknesses in his game, but I feel like if he doesn't have it go his way early, Sean could be demoralized. But I guess somebody could make the argument, say, if Sean can't get his striking going early, it's going to be a long night for the champ. But my God, I can't wait. And, you know, next week, I can't wait to do those podcasts and jump into hell of a week, man. I mean, all the news with the carnival, I don't know what you call it, with Mike Tyson. I'm not going to give you the, like, oh, he's the baddest man, you know, Iron Mike. It's known how good Mike Tyson is and how intimidating he is. Given they're showing Coach K for the first time. we're getting back to the action. But I don't I don't want to the thing with Jake is just he fought Andre August and then fought Ryan Borland, and I was like, well, this is ridiculous because he's going to win both likely. But I don't know. I did think Andre August would give him more problems than he did, but he was going the right path. At least he was fighting boxers around his size and his age finally. And even though Borland was what, an Uber driver, you're man, you're gonna fight a 58-year-old. All right. I mean, can't hate Texas Stadium. You got your hustle down, Jake, but I mean, you want that respect to the fight community. Again, I don't have to tell you what needs to happen. It's the same thing with somebody saying, "Oh, Mike Tyson is the baddest man to ever do it." You know why? Just like you know why Jake Paul is not going to be taken seriously until he gets in there and consistently fights competitive fights with boxers. We haven't. No, I thought there was a timeout. 23-12 UNC. Anyone who was joining this live, thanks for watching with me live in the basement for possibly the biggest rivalry game of all time. UNC cannot miss shots right now. And just as Duke started to kind of get hot, down 23-12, right back in a 13-point lead. I mean, UNC, that's what I was saying when they played UVA's. You cannot take your foot off the gas pedal and you have to get the big man going. They have everything going their way. Right as I say that, got the possession back. You score here and you go up by 15, and there's still 10 minutes left in. Wow. I mean, that is going to be demoralizing for Duke if they driving inside to the right and got it in. Got it to go. UNC is on fire right now, and if this is more than 18 points up this game for UNC, I might be calling it early, folks. I don't want to do that, but right as I say that, they drive inside, can't get the board. Oh, what happened? Oh, Duke did come away with it. That was big. I'll get back to talking fighting in a second. Well, I don't know if you could say Mike Tyson's a fighter, and I think you could say that yes, Jake Paul is a. I'm still calling him a part-time fighter just because it's the Canelo talk. That's what I've said consistently. It's just the how much different would Jake Paul be? This is a good point. I heard Bisping on his live the other day with Anthony Smith talking about how if you were not calling Canelo out, Jake Paul, I think people would get behind him more. I mean, they would be watching a guy who is going out there, obviously starching some big names, but if you go in there and you don't do that, you're Jake Paul at this point. It's like because he built his entire game around talking shit to people, and yikes, a 58-year-old man in there at the same time. It's not just a 58-year-old man, but it being Mike Tyson, it doesn't matter because people were thinking, oh, Holyfield, he can go in here and do this, and the bad dude. He's been there, done it all. he had no business being in there with Vitor. And even though Mike, I think he looked good against Roy Jones, it's just at this point, I don't agree with it. All right, so Duke and UNC are still duking it out, but UNC is up by 12 and they're not giving any ground. This ridiculous stream I'm using has their box in the middle of it to say, we thank you for watching the stream, probably not in a legal way, but we're going to put this here so it's it appears to be appears to be wow 30 to 15. This has been almost a perfect half of basketball for UNC. This is going to be man, this place is going to melt down if they don't. They just had their foot on the gas pedal. I mean, Duke's their own worst enemy. They're so inconsistent right now, and it's. I mean, hey, still it's a 15-point game, but I don't know the way Duke has looked in this half. It's hard that when you put your absolute best out there and it just gets consistently shut down time after time. Good for me though, because of the two, I like UNC more. I'll be real with you, but I definitely respect Duke. It's just I've been saying this at least all of this season that I didn't think Duke had their best team they've had in a while out there since their last championship team, I should say. This is going to be an interesting half of basketball because if you go down by, like I said, 18 or 17 points, we might be packing it in early, folks. I'm just so happy I could be here with y'all. Thank you for watching this live. For anybody who tunes into it later on, live especially, love you all, and make sure to subscribe to Wildcard Entertainment to be official Wildcard Arts and Entertainment. And I, of course, am your host, Steve, the Wildcard Comedy on Instagram. I'm coming to you from a random place. Loving this game because it is exactly the start I expected from one of these teams. I said one of them is going to get hot early on, and I can make the difference. I have the feeling in the back of my mind that Duke is going to make a push late, but it's not going to be enough. So I gotta go with. I have to go with UNC in this one, especially the half they have had. Ooh, ooh, ooh. So we're waiting for the commercial end here. Who is everyone's pick for the championship this year? That is what I want to know. Who is going to be in your Final Four? Because I have as my champion. I gotta stick with Houston. I have to stick with Houston. They just They did. You talk about a perfect half of basketball. How about a perfect game today? Because to methodically dismantle Kansas, to just they took everything from them. They took everything from them today. Kansas, I don't even know if they're going to be. Does that knock Kansas out of the? I don't think they got knocked out of the rankings, but this is going to be a big loss for them, and at the worst time. And then after that one went final, 2 minutes later, right before I started this live, you see Kentucky 85-81 pulled off the upset. They beat Tennessee, who just schooled SC. So the Gamecocks went down. It's Kentucky basketball. What more do you have to say? All right, so UNC will get possession back up 30-17. I'm sorry, guys. I'm barely hanging on. Love that I am watching half the game right now. Thank you, split screen gods, for blessing me with this this arrangement. I guess you'll call it. Showing some NBA action coming up in the corner. Do I see the Lakers and the Clippers? I saw the Lakers definitely. All right, so UNC gets one out of that possession at the free throw line, so they're up 31-17. Oh, oh, had that feeling all day. I'm gonna sneeze, but I don't sneeze. I sniffle. Duke has got to score here. This is this could be a possession that will just decide the game. You can't ask for a much better app for UNC, but I think they're definitely UNC is a they're not a one dimensional team, but down the stretch, can they keep their foot on the gas against Duke? It's one thing to do it earlier in the season against Louisville or something like that, but this is massive. If they get a win on the road against Duke tonight, I'll tell you that much. Still, I don't think UNC. Honestly, I don't have them reaching the Final Four. UNC, offense to them. All right, so UNC. Oh, they got the turnover. Fast break down the right. Duke. 10-point game. Making some noise. This is where UNC could be lethal, shoot the lights out, and they get the points when they need them. 33-21. I think if in this game, if they go up 36-21 and keep it at around 15 points at the half, it's going to be hard for Duke to come back. Ooh. All right. Man, UNC is. I don't know if I'm ready to say they are dominating yet, but if it gets past a 15-point lead, you have to say that. Man, this has been a perfect half of basketball, but credit Duke. I mean, they've kept in this game. It's just they have not been able to stop them at all. Driving down the lane in the paint, the perimeter. There's no Duke really has not done a whole lot right this half, but they have started to get into a little bit of a rhythm shooting. 12-point game. Do I pack it in if it's an 18-point lead or more at halftime? Post that as a comment. All right, so top of the key, Duke driving down into the middle. Nope, back at the top. Oh, man, they needed that shot. 9-point game. Big basket. Gets it back to 11. Up 35-24. Every time I think Duke is going to every single time I think Duke is about to hit a shot and it's going to blow the roof off of this place. UNC keeps getting up on them. So UNC is oh. Just missed something. Duke is starting to get a little bit more physical in this game, and they really need to. Ooh, big time shot. Down by 8. Well, I said 18 points. I turn it off. All of a sudden, it's 35-27. Oh, oh, come on. Oh, look at Duke. They're pressing them. Oh, but UNC has it back. Man, back-to-back possessions with nothing. One for each side. Once again, your host feeling like he has to sneeze. Look at Duke. Thought they were out of it, but they pulled me right back in. Yeah, that was a big three. We all know this. UNC and Duke. This could happen. The thing is, if I don't know if I get pulled off YouTube if I turn the volume up on this, but you don't need the volume you don't want to listen to. Well, thanks for standing here with a microphone, talking about this like you really care about it, but you don't. And this is my other human being who could care less about anything. But Financial dividends. Guys, don't let them play yet. For full. Yeah, so Tech won today. Miami went down to Florida State. So yeah, Miami season is officially done. Then again, the way they were playing, I didn't even think Miami was going to get to the NIT. Enough commercials, please. Even though I think was that the guy from Arrested Development in that commercial. I don't know. Not interested in any of the commercials on ESPN unless they involve Kwame Brown. That's about it. Must keep it real with you. So we're just waiting for the game to come back on. Right now, 35-27. Duke is, they were not looking good to start this game out, but started to turn it on, had some big shots these last like 5 possessions because it was 33-21, and all of a sudden it's an 8-point game. So you're not surprised because it's Duke, but I mean, they look lethargic to start this game. It was just as bad as you could possibly imagine. But they're here. Oh, this is torture. You see me go, this live, please know that it is because I am being tortured with the temptations of sneezing. Filipowski is heading to the bench, it looks like. So it's interesting. They're gonna, how many fouls does he have so far? That is a, oh no. So Filipowski coming back to the floor. Looked like he was going to be sitting, but that brings up a good point. Do you sub in other people right now if you are UNC? You can't. We had something happen. Did he had a slip? They took the thing off of the screen, so it's not split screen anymore. But I couldn't see what happened here. Oh, he got clipped in the right eye. I feel you, man. My eyes have been watering. Oh, god dang day. Duke is locked in, but UNC, man, they can keep the dominant hand rolling if they can hit a shot here and go up by 10 or more. Oh, did he get it to go? Nice. Makes it a 10-point game. How about this? Just when UNC started to show some weakness, back up to double digits. Oh, driving inside, back to the top of the key. Looked like he was going inside. Fake me out. Anything would fake me out right now. How I feel. Looks like Duke drew the charge. He says he can't. Okay, so he's definitely heading to the bench, but did he say he can't see it? Because it looks like they're trying to flush his eye out. Or I don't know how you would say that, but what it looked like he got poked in the eye. Yeah, because they're taking a look at him right now. It's been an intense first half, and you must credit Duke 37-29. Marquette just went final, beat Xavier, making me eat my words because Marquette in the tournament, I don't trust them, but they keep winning. Drives inside. Drew, did he draw the foul? I think. I think UNC. Yeah, they got Kyle on that one. As I was saying, that's going to be interesting to see how they use these players. The first half that UNC has had, you really have to. I mean, you're going to have to show your depth here. Free throw makes it 38-29. No good on the second. Duke has the rebound, so come on, boys. They with him. Oh, oh, oh! Did he get the bound? Back to the top of the key. The three, in and out. Oh, wow! UNC made him come away with nothing. See, and if they go get points here, that's really gonna be a dagger to. Is it the final dagger? I don't know. Oh, they missed a couple shots down there. Key possession. They didn't come away with anything. Duke is trying to hold it as long as they can here, but they're still a good minute and 5 seconds inside, and he get wow. That was big points that Duke just got right there, and they cut it to their most slim lead of the day. Ugh, phone came unplugged. So UNC did not come away with points there, and Duke has the ball. I think they're going to try and just run the clock and get a score here if they can. They can't. UNC driving. Oh, did he get it to go? Yes, at the buzzer. Points to end the half on the fast break. Are you talking about a fast break? I think they had about 7 seconds, something like that. So he just misses that shot, but the putback, brilliant touch. Huh. This was definitely UNC's half, but only a 9 point game. I don't know, guys. Who do we think puts the hammer down, gets a share of the ACC title? This is a big half of basketball, my friends. I'm going to take a break. Here's the interview with the coach. I agree because I do think that was the one thing Duke got better throughout that half with being physical. But still, I mean, I would take a 9-point lead on the road going into the locker room. So UNC should be very happy with the half they just played. I don't know. I think if I had to bet on anybody, still going to bet on UNC. But this has been a hell of a half. Guys, so what I'm going to do here is pause this thing and going to grab some dinner, but I will be back for the second half. If you're interested in joining the live again, I am going to put it on pause, but plenty of news that I am happy to drop for you. I did earlier on the live, but I'm going to be doing interviews next week with Luke Thomas, MMA, as well as Aaron Chambers, an up-and-coming pro MMA fighter. Really can't wait to jump onto those and get into this whole month of combat news and careers changes. 58-year-olds getting in the ring with 27-year. It doesn't matter if you're under 30 and you're in there with a 58-year-old. You need to. I don't know. Can anybody help you if you're doing stuff like that? Do you have any shame? I don't agree with it. I've said that, but at the same time, if Mike agreed to do it, can't hate on the man. Mike's gonna get to Mike will finally get to retire. That's the thing that's so interesting is he might end his career. Guy who boxed to the 80s in 2024 getting KO'd by Jake Paul. Strange thought, my friends. Strange times. So I guess it fits in, right? Everybody, anyway, thank you for joining this live. And I can't wait to jump back on for the second half. I was about to pack it in, but yeah, this has been a hell of a game so far. And I mean, UNC is they've let them stay in this game, and that's the thing that worries me with Duke is Duke can turn it on out of nowhere. So UNC, I'm going to be very interested in how quickly they score the second half because I would have felt better if it was going into the half with a 10-point lead or more. It doesn't change it much, but like say if it was 12 points, 13 points, then I feel good, but I don't feel confident yet that they have done enough to win just because it's Duke. But damn, you can ask for a much better half other than the fouls for UNC. Jump back on with me, guys. 10-minute break here. Going to do a little intermission. And part 2 of the UNC Duke live stream will commence. John Facenda voice. More like I have a cold.